Hi friends, Living Fit with Laura. Let's get up, show up, and never give up. The real key to consistency, to commitment to consistency in our workout program is to get out there and do your run when you don't feel like it. Remember, we don't live our life waiting to feel like it. We don't live our life waiting for the right moment. We exercise now. We eat healthy now. We forgive now. I certainly didn't feel like running today. I didn't sleep well. I have some things that are really bothering me and leave me very unsettled. However, this too shall pass. Theta radast. We focus on the eternal truths. We do not rely on people, places, or things. I am not going to rely on my nut job of a landlord to ever remove the mold from a faucet leak in the basement that we've had for a month now because he is not reliable. We go by the data that people give us. If people give us data that they are unreliable, passive-aggressive, if they stonewall, if they don't listen, if they are violating our rights to be treated with decency and respect, if they are violating, in this case, our tenant rights to be living in a safe rental and have privacy and peace, then we accept, adapt, and adjust, and we do not expect anything different because as a scientist, the data is clear. We conclude what we need to know by the data that people give us. It is when there is an issue, like sealing mold from a leak, or there's an issue like a difference in opinion, that people will show their true character if they stonewall and ignore, and by their behavior, they show us that they don't really care. Then we decide whether we are going to live in that situation, which is actually unsafe, especially for a person like me with asthma, or we decide that we are no longer willing to live in that situation. Likewise, if a person shows us that they stonewall and dump accusations on you without having a conversation, if they have decided to villainize you and perceive you in a very negative light and not tell you why, then we do not chase people that have already decided that they want to see us in a negative light. Listen, we don't have to prove ourselves to anyone. We know who we are, and we stand tall, and we don't beg or chase people that have already shown us that they do not respect or value us. So Living Fit with Laura, getting and staying strong. I'm running the loop. I certainly didn't feel like it. We continue our routine, not because we feel like it, but because it is a commitment. We continue our consistent exercise. We do not let the nut jobs in the world or the people who choose to communicate by being passive-aggressive, which is a very childish and very manipulative way to refuse to communicate. No, I would rather be sane alone than crazy with people who engage that way. So Living Fit with Laura, we continue moving forward to those things that lie ahead, putting behind us those things that lie behind. I will not live in want today. I will not criticize, curse, condemn, or compare myself or others. I will say hello to the neighborhood dogs. And I will focus on the beauty, not on the garbage. We can be happy without much. We can be happy without a lot of people around us. We don't need to prove ourselves to anyone. We don't need to be quote unquote validated by anyone. I have very few friends. I'm very selective with who I trust. But we do need a safe place to live, albeit no black mold that will give us asthma and trouble breathing. Duh, that's like a basic. So we do what we need to do to make sure that we have a safe and clean environment to live in. That is within our control. What is not within our control is to try to convince a person who is passive aggressive or enjoys stonewalling, which is very manipulative, to stop doing that. We accept, adjust, and adapt. We are disappointed, but we are not devastated, because why? We do not rely on people for our saneness. That's why. So on this beautiful day, we are grateful for our lives. Let's get our exercise. Let's cook our healthy meals. Let's get on with our day. And let's say, this is the day. This is the day my Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in the day. This is the day my Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in the day. Living Fit with Laura, to get and stay sane, stable, serene, and strong.